part of what you need to do and figure out when you're in front of a prospect is where are they in the 5-step buying process, and then start your approach, your attack there, not in the wrong place, because you're going to have a mismatch. So let me go over it real quick. Step 1, there has to be an awareness of a need or a problem. A need could be, I want a new car. A problem could be, our IT guy's screwing up or whatever. So there's got to be either a desire, a need, a want, or there's got to be a problem. And that problem, that need, that desire could be very mild, like I'm just starting to look, to urgent, like we need to buy this yesterday, right? First of all, there has to be an awareness of a lead, or an awareness of a need, or there's got to be a problem, and it could be mild to, it could be on fire. And this is also important when you talk about lead generation, because as you generate leads, not everybody comes in screaming hot, ready to buy. And what a mistake a lot of salespeople make is somebody is just starting the process of looking or engaging or gathering information, but they're not ready to meet just yet. They're not ready to schedule an assessment just yet. And a lot of people just give up on them. Well, that's a lead. And that lead needs to be nurtured and followed up on and drip market and all the rest of it, right? But that, so anyway, but it's got to start there. There's got to be some awareness of a need or a problem. And then the second thing, once you have an awareness of a need, you pick the solution to solve the need or the problem. Okay? So once you're aware of, I don't know, whatever the need is, I got to lose weight. Okay, well, there's a lot of ways you can lose weight. I mean, you can join a gym, you could get a personal trainer, you could go on a diet program, you could take diet pills, you could have any number of things, right? So I got to pick the solution, then I got to pick the source of the solution, because if I decide that I'm going to join a gym to lose weight, then I got to pick which gym am I going to, right? Then I got to accept the terms, and I'm already aware of a need. I picked the solution. I know the source of the solution. Now I got to accept the terms, which is price, process, time frame, approach. And this is where most salespeople begin. So they start selling features and benefits, and here's what makes this great. Well, if I'm back up where I'm not even sure I need this yet, and I'm not sure I need you yet, you could unsell me. So this is where you get most sales objections as well, right? Because if you start selling at this place and the prospect's not even sure they need it, if they're not really sold on the first 3, this is where you're going to get a lot of pushback, all right? And then the final thing is finding a reason to buy now. And this, when you're selling professional services, it really is greatly determined by how disturbed the prospects are about the problem, how urgent it is for them to solve it, et cetera. And an example would be, going back a couple years ago, quite a while ago, actually, when I think about it. It was at least 4 or 5 years ago. I was having really intense shoulder pain and just from workouts, and my rotator cuff was kind of screwed up. So I'm doing all these things to try. I'm in pain, and I'm trying to find the solution. So I'm trying different things, right? I don't want to take pills because I don't want to be on pills pills once a little bit, but I don't want to be on it forever. I want to fix the problem. Doing a GOSCU, doing therapy, resting it, icing it, right? All these things, right? So anyway, there was a shopping mall, like a little strip mall area, and I needed to drop something off at the UPS store, pick something, I couldn't remember what it is. But anyway, I go there, and I don't hardly ever go there because I have people that do this. For whatever reason, I was going there that day, and right next door is this place that sells hot tubs. And the thought just came. I didn't go there looking to buy a hot tub. I wasn't thinking about a hot tub, but the thought occurred to me, maybe if I had a hot tub and I could put some Epsom salts in there and soak it, maybe that would be something that wouldn't solve everything, but it might help a little bit with the problem. So I go in, and that's my whole entire thought process. And I walk in the door, and what do you think the salesperson says to me? Hi, can I help you? Right? What every dumb salesperson says. Hey, can I help you? And you go, no thanks, I'm just looking, right? Now think about how stupid this is. I'm walking into a hot tub store. They only sell hot tubs. There's nobody else around. There's nobody else in the store. It's the sales rep and it's myself. There's no other customers in. It was the middle of the afternoon or something like that. And who goes into a hot tub store and just looks around at hot tubs without having some kind of, so it's like a dumb question. So anyway, I'm kind of wandering around. She goes, okay, that's fine. I'll be here if you need me. And she just stands there because it's a small store and there's nowhere to go. So it was getting kind of awkward. And I'm just kind of looking around, and she says, well, I'll tell you what, she's like, I don't know what you're looking for, but this model over here is on sale. And so now this is, again, what a lot of salespeople do. No diagnostic questions. What brought you in today? Surely it must be something you must be thinking about, no diagnostic questions. And the first thing out of their mouth is getting to accepting terms, price, like here's the one that's on sale. Now, I drive up in a BMW. It's not the most expensive car, but it's definitely not a cheap car. I don't think I look homeless. I mean, I'm not dressed like I am now, but I'm certainly don't look like I can't afford to buy. So why she's instantly starting to take me to price, and yet again, I see it all the time, right? So had she come to me and said, so what, so there must be a reason you're looking for a hot tub today. What are you looking for? How can I help you? She may have gotten to the point where I said, well, I've got this shoulder problem. I work out pretty intense workouts, and it's, I thought maybe it would be good for a little therapy. It's just kind of a thought I had, right? She would see that I'm up at an awareness of a need, but I'm not really to where I'm like determined to buy a hot tub yet. So knowing that going in is she should then craft her sales pitch to make it where here's all the benefits of having a hot tub, therapeutic for athletes. Here's why they, increases blood flow. It helps with circulation. You can put Epsom salts in there. It helps with aches and pains. You have faster recovery. It's really nice, to begin. I mean, she could have sold me on all those things. She could have had a marketing piece that was all about the therapeutic benefits of a hot tub, and she could have given me that, right? Now, if I walked in there and I said, our backyard's not big enough to have a pool, and I thought, but it is big enough to have a hot tub, that would be a different sales process. So again, when you are talking to a prospect, you have to have in your mind, where are they in this process? Are they just aware of a problem? They don't really know if outsourcing is correct yet. They don't know if they're going to outsource it to you. You see, this is where you've got to kind of ask the diagnostic question. So, tell me what you're looking for. What other options are you considering? What have you tried before? What are you looking at right now? This will all kind of give you some clues, okay? So the biggest problem is you've got to get to where the prospect feels disturbed, because again, if the truth again is an undisturbed prospect will not buy. So if I either have to have the desire, so an undisturbed prospect will not buy. They have to be in that level of pain. Now, if you look at a lot of organizations do some sort of diagnostic process to get you to the point to get ready to buy. Even in the franchise industry, they have, when they're trying to sell you a franchise, the smart ones will have a discovery day. So they'll bring you in, and you go in knowing that you're going to make a decision about buying that franchise, and you're paying, sometimes even paying to come in, and they're giving you a teaser of what it's like to own that franchise, how they make money, et cetera, and they sell that way. Chiropractors. They do the diagnostic evaluation. They do the x-rays of your back. Has anyone been through that process, right? And then they show you the x-ray of your spine and said, here's what it looks like, so you'll recognize it when it falls out of your back because it's so in bad shape, and here's, all the problems, and you don't know what you're looking at, but it seems like it's sophisticated, and, there's some sort of diagnostic, so they do that. But I want to tell you another one that's pretty interesting to give you an example of this, one of my favorite examples. You guys might not be familiar with this. I know more of the ladies will be familiar with this. But if you go into high-end salons, one of the ways that salons make a lot of money is they sell products, hair products, and skincare. So if you go into a full-service salon that does not only hair, but also does like massage therapy and facials and whatnot, when you walk in, they'll have all their products on display, right? Now, when you're sitting in the waiting room, waiting for your appointment, they got the products there, but there's really nothing there to try and get you to buy the products or try the products, okay? So one day I went into my salon, normal day in the salon, and this salon sold a product called Murad skincare products. Now, Murad is a very high-end skincare solution. Truth be told, all the crap that's in all the different products is pretty much the same crap. It's not like, for starters, they have to list all the ingredients on the back of their products. They have to by law. So if a competitor wanted to know what formula was, they can't hide it. So anybody can copy anybody else. And there's a couple different active ingredients that are in there, and they're the ones that make the difference. So really, a lot of this stuff is a lot of the same stuff, right? There's not really a whole lot different. So why would something like a moisturizer that Murad sells go for $45, $50 when you can go to the supermarket and buy oil of Olay for $10 a jar, right? A lot of it's marketing. That's what it is. A lot of it is marketing. Yeah, they might have a little bit better ingredients, but it's all about the marketing, the positioning. Murad doesn't sell at Kroger. You don't walk into Kroger and buy it, because it's a high, so they position it right. But the one day I walk in there, there's a woman from Murad. Now, what's really interesting is she had a doctor's coat on. Now, she is not a doctor, she's a sales rep. But it's all about marketing and positioning. It had the logo, now it didn't say, I'm wearing a doctor's coat, I'm a doctor. It was just, that was, to put on a professional image. By the way, I have colleagues who do marketing for chiropractors, and it's been proven that if chiropractors will wear a doctor's coat, they will actually close more sales than if they don't. So it's not a BS thing. It's actually a legit thing. It's performance art. It's costuming. And so I go in there, and she's there from the Murad. She's a sales rep for Murad Products, and she says, we're doing free skin evaluations today. Would you like a free skin evaluation? And I got 10 minutes, sure, why not? And so the way they do it, she says, we actually have a UV light technology where we take a picture of your face, and it will show you underlying skin damage that you can't see to your naked eye, but it is under the skin. And if you leave it untreated, it'll lead to faster aging, sagging skin, dark spots, age spots, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But before I prescribe which line of products that we have is best for you, we want to do this evaluation to see and by the way, P.S., here's the punchline. Every single person in this room has skin damage, okay? So this is like a setup. It's kind of a little bit of a BS setup because it's even my 6-year-old, if I put her, she's going to have it, right? So what you do is basically you put your face into this sort of round thing. It's like a curtain that comes up. You close your eyes and they take a picture of your face, okay? So this is an example of a young woman in her 20s. Now, when you look at her skin, would you say that she's got severe skin damage? Looks pretty normal to me, right? Okay? Now, here's the photo that comes back after they do the evaluation. Okay. And every single person in this room, some of you would be worse. All right? So now, she could stand there all day and say to me, you've got beautiful skin, but you do have skin damage. I promise you. Everybody has, I'm telling all of you, you've got skin damage. If you've been out in the sun for 5 minutes, you have hyperpigmentation, all these things, right? We all have it. But standing there and telling me all this is nowhere near as powerful as showing me a picture of my face that looks like this, okay? And it's true for every single, of course you buy whatever, you're like, holy shit, you're scared out of here. And then they have a whole vitamin C line that actually, reverses, right, and it's all bullshit. I bought it anyway, right? Because, and I know it's bullshit, and I know that this is all rigged, and, but you can't help yourself, right? And they were having a special, whatever. So, you go for it. But the point I'm making is, I asked the girl, because I'm curious about this stuff. And she was trying to, not tell me the secret. It's like going up to a magician saying, is this how the trick is done? And they're like, no. But essentially, I can tell you that they sell almost 500% more product when they do the evaluation than when they don't. Somebody always buys something. Now, maybe you don't buy the $250 starter kit, okay? But you're buying the serum, okay? Because that's where they get, they sell you, what you really need is the whole kit, okay? Well, if I can't afford that, at least the one product you need is this one and this one. They'll get it down to So it's salesmanship 101.